The government is set to collect a trove of personal information of all Kenyans, including their DNA profiles and GPS locations of their places of residence. The new measures, which have been okayed by President Kenyatta, are aimed at fighting crime at a time when terrorism has become a key concern for Kenya. Similar measures in other countries have, however, raised concerns over human rights, ethics and breach of privacy. Stephen Leto reports.
According to the latest estimates, Kenya's population stands at about 50 million. And now the government is embarking on a rapid registration drive of all its citizens and has widened the scope of personal information to be captured in the new system. Through amendments to the Registration of Persons Act that have already been signed into law, Kenyans will be required to provide their DNA samples for precise identification. One will also state their place of residence, postal address, precise GPS location, land reference number, as well as their house number. In addition to fingerprints and thumb impressions, the new law has introduced hand geometry, earlobe geometry, retina and iris patterns, as well as voice waves as compulsory requirements during registration. Hand geometry is a biometric or identification method that stores the physical dimensions of a person's hand for comparison with a digital file, while earlobe geometry compares the shape and dimensions of one's earlobes. Kenyans will be required to speak into a device to capture the frequency and intensity of their speech as a means of identifying them.
Thank you.
President Kenyatta, who chaired a security meeting in Mombasa today, said the National Integrated Identity Management System will contain information of all Kenyans and foreigners who have acquired citizenship.
My administration will complete a central master population database, which will be the authentic single source of truth on personal identity in Kenya. And this database will contain information on all Kenyan citizens, as well as foreign nationals residing in our republic.
Every Kenyan will be given a unique identifying number. The president now directing regional commissioners to ensure a smooth process of fresh registration in their regions.
For each registration, the National Integrated Identity Management System, better referred to as NIMS, will generate a unique identification number that will be known as the Huduma number.
Your Excellency, we will give this task our everything. We will remain committed.
His Excellency, the President, signed into law the ability of us being able to now take biometric data of every Kenyan so that we can be able to ensure we have even more security.
All IDs, refugee cards, birth and death certificates, passports, as well as driving licenses will be printed and collected from a central location. Although it is not yet clear how the government intends to kickstart the process of registering persons by way of DNA sampling, what is clear is the renewed efforts by government to combat terrorism by increased security surveillance as well as modernization of records at the Registrar of Persons. Stephen Leto reporting for Citizen TV, Nairobi.